video. Today I'm going to talk about the 300ZX calipers. I have another video on how to rebuild these calipers, which you should also watch. And I know in that video I'm telling you to come here, and in this video I'm telling you to go there. Point being, you should watch both videos. Now, as most of you know, the 300ZX calipers are a great upgrade for the 240. The 240SX factory has a 1-piston caliper in the front and a 1-piston caliper in the back. The 300ZX from the factory has a 4-piston caliper up front and a 2-piston caliper in the back. So right off the bat, that's a great upgrade. Aside from that, your rotors on the 300ZX are bigger. The diameter is bigger, so that's also going to give you more stopping power. And no matter how much power you have under the hood, stopping power is always a good thing to have. So it's a great upgrade. It's pretty cheap in comparison to going big brake any other way. I know that you can go big brake with Brembo, with Willwood, Project Mu. There's a lot of companies that offer big brake kits for the 240, but they range from anywhere from $400 all the way up to like $1,000+ dollars. So that's pretty expensive. Whereas the 300ZX calipers, obviously they're factory, so they come stock, which means you can find them in junkyards. I actually found these in a junkyard, and I got them for about $15 a piece. So I paid $60 total for 4 calipers, which is awesome. If you can't find them in a junkyard, you still have the option of buying them used from someone else. And I've seen them go on forums and on eBay for about $250. So it's still pretty cheap, regardless of if you can find them in a junkyard or not. It's a cheap upgrade, and it really is a great upgrade. One thing I want to say about these is while you're rebuilding them, it's going to occur to you that you can take this caliper apart. There's actually 4 bolts in the back. You take these 4 bolts out and the caliper will come apart. It splits down the middle and it's 2 pieces. A lot of people will tell you to do this. Almost every write-up I've seen online tells you to do this. I didn't do it in my video because the FSM says not to do it. The FSM will tell you how to rebuild your engine. It'll tell you how to take apart a bunch of things and put them back together. But it tells you not to take apart your brake calipers. It specifically says don't remove these 4 bolts and split the caliper. So since it says that, obviously they're not going to give you the torque values for the 4 bolts. So when you're putting it back together, you're going to have to kind of guess, you know, and see if you're tightening them evenly, which is, you know, kind of iffy to me. Also, I called Brembo because they obviously make 4-piston calipers and 6-piston calipers and 8-piston calipers. Point being, I called them and I asked them, you know, if I'm rebuilding your 4-piston calipers, can I take your caliper apart? And they said they could not recommend doing that. So Brembo has a good experience with this. So I mean, I'm going to take their word for it. They said they couldn't recommend me doing it. I don't know if it's a legal issue or what, but they just said they can't recommend it. So I went ahead and left them untaken apart. If you do decide to take them apart, you have to know that there are 2 O-rings pretty much right here, one on each side. When you take these apart, you have to save those O-rings. Nissan actually won't sell you those O-rings because they don't want you to take apart the caliper. However, I did buy my rebuild kit from Z1 Motorsports. They sent me Nissan's caliper rebuild kit for this, and they also sent me 4 O-rings that fit in here. So if you do want to take these apart, go ahead and order your rebuild kit from Z1 Motorsports. There are a lot of pluses to taking them apart. Obviously, it's easier to clean them, it's easier to paint them. There is a little bit of risk, though. Like I said, you know, you want to be careful when you put it back together. So you will find these brake calipers on any Z32. They actually, unfortunately, don't come on the Z31. So you're going to find these on any Z32 300ZX. There are 3 different calipers up front, and in the back, as far as I know, they're all the same. Now up front, what I have here is a 30mm iron brake caliper. They also have a 30mm aluminum caliper and a 26mm aluminum caliper. The way to tell the difference between the aluminum and the iron is that the aluminum ones will have a bunch of fins here. It'll have a bunch of them up here and a bunch of them down here. and those fins are to dissipate the heat that the caliper gets. So that right off the bat, as soon as you see those fins, you know it's aluminum. The positive side to having an aluminum caliper, it's lighter. Really, that's the only difference. It's easier to clean, I guess. Other than that, they're pretty much the same exact thing. That 30 millimeter and 26 millimeter measurement is pretty much this distance, and this distance is either 30 or 26. And obviously, if this is bigger, your rotor is thicker. So the thicker the rotor, the better. Again, it's unlikely that you'll actually feel the difference of the 4 millimeters unless you're like the steak or something. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say about these calipers. They're a really great upgrade. Rebuilding them is a snap. It's really easy. And I mean, aside from all the performance aspects of it, they look really awesome. You know, sitting behind a nice set of wheels on an S13 or even an S14, it just gives your car that whole new, like, okay, that's a performance car. Even though it might not be a performance car, it makes it look like it. I mean, and you can stop. So instead of going from 0 to 60, you can go from 60 to 0 really fast. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. It's a great upgrade. I recommend it to anyone that has a 240SX of any sort. I recommend getting these calipers because they're cheap and awesome. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps out a lot, lets me know that people are interested, and kind of motivates me to make more videos. You can go check out the Facebook page. I usually post up things up there, and instead of making like a small video, I will post like a little update about something, and I have cool pictures on there and stuff, wallpaper, images, things like that, so you can check that out. And please stay tuned to Project Garage. I hope you guys like the videos. I'll see you next time.